Thanks for that update. Let's join Sam Rose, who's the Director of Planning at UNRWA, the United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees. He's with us live from Deir al-Balah. Mr. Rose, always good to have you on the programme. Thanks for your time. How depressing is it that 39,000 students, as you estimate, can't sit their exams?
It's a very sad day. I mean, 39,000 students not able to sit their exams. Another, more than 500,000 who've been deprived of education for more than 8 months. But I do agree it's important that we focus today on those who aren't able to sit their exams. It's poignant. It's sad. It's yet another layer of sadness that the population has gone through. I mean, we all remember with dread, but with a sense of rite of passage when we were preparing for and sitting those exams. So awful that these children, on top of everything else, are being denied that opportunity. All societies invest a lot in education, but particularly Palestinians, particularly, I would say, Palestinians in Gaza, given how little else that they've got to hold on to and to make something of themselves. So, yeah, very, very sad day.
I mean, even if you could hold exams there today, are there any buildings left that can actually host them and the exams?
Not really. I mean, look, I'd say three things. One is that the extent of damage and destruction to school infrastructure, that almost 2/3 of UNRWA schools, we've got about 300 schools in Gaza, almost 2/3 of them have been damaged or destroyed. We believe we're not able to assess every single one given the situation. Secondly, is the fact that these schools are now being used as shelters, those that haven't been destroyed, so filled with hundreds of thousands of people, classrooms teeming with families who are seeking refuge there. Unfortunately, these places, as we know, are not always safe. 500 people to date have been killed inside UNRWA schools. And I think the third thing I would draw attention to is just the level of trauma that people have faced over the last 8 months, whether that be physical trauma or mental trauma that is affecting both the children, but also the teachers and the teaching staff, those that we look to provide that learning. So for all sorts of reasons, very, very difficult right now for education in Gaza.
I mean, you are a UN organisation that's banned by the occupying power Israel of having any say or action or involvement in Gaza right now. So who would have you worked with on the ground to be your surrogates if to get those examinations underway could have been possible? Would it have been allowed?
I mean, I can't say whether or not it would have been allowed, but education isn't something that you can hand over, that can just be quote unquote delivered by an NGO, by a UN agency, any other one. I mean, UNRWA is the only UN agency anywhere in the world that runs a school system, that runs an education system. Our largest part of that is in Gaza, and it's succeeded through decades and decades of investment by the international community. And it's produced remarkable results despite the misery, the repeated conflicts that people have gone through, and despite the failure of the international community to put an end to the Arab-Israeli conflict. We've succeeded, immensely successfully in our education programming in Gaza over the years. So no, it isn't anything that can just be handed over to another service provider, unfortunately.
Sam Rose, I have to leave it there, but it's good to get your time and your insight onto what is a depressing day for many young people across the Gaza Strip. Thanks for your time.